going on YouTube? It's your boy Aris, and in this video I wish to discuss, or rather talk about the controversies surrounding a certain Marine Corps General Langley, talking smack about a captain from my country, Burkina Faso. Well, I'm also an American, but I was born in Burkina Faso, and this amazing man by the name of Captain Traore. Dude is the GOAT. So a little, I guess, like background on Ibrahim Traore. I would say, well, like 3 years ago, I want to say, he led a coup to pretty much like kick out the current president at the time of Burkina Faso out of the country. The reason behind it was because of the fact that for decades, pretty much that region of the country was constantly being threatened by jihadi terrorists, and now a lot of Americans may see that as a, something that to most Americans, they probably should see that as like something that is good, but you should know Mr. Traore is Muslim. So it had nothing to do with religion. It had nothing to do with pretty much like anti-Arab hate. No, it was mainly centered around the fact that there were terrorists, bad characters, literally looting and pillaging villages and towns in order to kick people out of gold-centered mines, so that they can use that wealth for themselves. And they were, of course, trying to bend the country under their own specific ideology. And for many years, we had Western powers in Burkina Faso, in Mali, in Niger, in the surrounding countries, to pretty much like help the militaries of those countries fight against the jihadists, right? And this happened for decades to no avail. So Mr. Traore comes into power after pretty much like being tired of how the president had this passive way of handling these terrorists, and he kicked out the president and took over. So now, within the past 3-4 years or so, the number of attacks, the number of jihadist terrorists have extremely diminished. And not only that, he's turned around and also pretty much like seized most of the gold mines by kicking out like some of the predatory companies from France and America and all that stuff. Pretty much like making sure that most of those natural resources are now turning around, are being used to develop the country and to actually elevate the people within the country, so they no longer have the same amount of poverty as they used to. And to no surprise, it worked out. Then years goes by, Mr. Traore goes through multiple coups. Like I would say about last coup that he pretty much went through was like a few days ago, which was about the 5th coup since he took power, right? And in response to that, a bunch of African youth and pretty much Africans all over the diaspora, Africa, Europe, Americas, Caribbeans, everyone came out in support of Mr. Traore because he's doing a good job. But in response to that, of course, the powers of the white supremacists, I would say, the Zionist twats out there decided, hey, this guy is doing too good of a job, so let's create a scenario where it will be normal for the Western power to be able to have some sort of a justification to go into the country and get rid of this guy. And guess who they found? Mr. Langley, Michael Langley, whatever his first name is. I really don't care about the dude. But to be honest, I should show this guy some reverence. I should respect Mr. Michael Langley. As someone who used to be a Marine myself, of the United States Marine Corps, and him being a black general, I should show him some respect. But as I'm sitting right now, I have nothing but disdain for this individual. For I've noticed throughout history, there's always been, I guess, like a black face that they put in the front in order to like pretty much to destabilize African nations, and that only ends up serving those in power in the Western nations, as opposed to like, and within those countries, the black population within those countries literally do not see any benefit of what those individuals are doing to the African nations. Like the white people get richer, they gain more power in the global stage, and they get to suppress African Americans, British blacks, Caribbean blacks, everywhere that is black, they get to suppress those voices and pretty much like treat them as second-class citizens or third-class citizens, you know. So I should still, you know, speak with some respect, given the fact that I was in the Marine Corps as well. But fact of the matter is, Burkina Faso is my country. That's the country I was born in. And that's the country I plan on getting buried in. You know what I mean? And the individuals who are currently trying to like fabricate all these scenarios in order to go in and destabilize the country once more, that should all go to hell. That's my honest opinion. Because we all know, you know, like for many of years, the white nations constantly stated that, oh, Africa is full of natural resources, and they do not know what to do with it. Now we have an individual who pretty much is doing something right with it, and Mr. Langley goes on national television to like pretty much spew lies about the fact that he is using it to pretty much like pay off some of the wealthy individuals within the country. When if you pay attention to to what Mr. Traore has been doing, not only has he pretty much like diminished the violence of terrorists within the country, he's introduced pretty much manufacturing within the country. Tomato, which is a common crop that is developed in Africa, now they now have factories to actually package it and ship it to different countries in order to, you know, make profit on their produce. Cotton, which is like mainly grown, like we grow a lot of cotton in Africa, and guess what? He's found a way to like make sure that it is also processed and not only sold within African countries, but any country outside of Africa can also have cotton, right? The gold. He's kicked out all these predatory European companies that were literally taking all of our gold, paying people literally pennies on the dollar in order to extract those that gold or whatever, and turns around and pretty much like now the country process their own gold. They can pretty much like turn it into those gold blocks or whatever, and it is literally one of the first countries like well, technically not the first, but he has found a way to like pretty much made it so that countries outside of Africa are now able to buy the gold from an African country, and the country itself can retain the majority of the benefit, the profit, and he's refunneling it within the country in order to pretty much develop the country. And you shouldn't take this just from me. Go out there and pretty much do a little research, and you will see that within the time that Mr. Traore has come, not only has the African people from Burkina Faso have come out in mass, in droves, literally to advocate for this president, right? We had people from all over the globe. He is probably the most liked African leader currently to date, just for the fact that he's actually cares for his people. And we have Mr. Langley out there knowing damn well that the American people does not give a fuck about him, does not give a fuck about the black population within his country. So of course they do not give a fuck about the people in Africa, right? And yet he's out there talking all that. And we all know that once you become a general in the armed forces, every single word that you tell the American people to the world is literally something that is scripted by the politicians within that country. So all I'm saying is, with all due respect, Mr. Langley and Senates of the House or whatever, keep your grubby ass hands away from Burkina Faso. Because I promise you, if you turn Mr. Traore into another Gaddafi, Africa is not going to take this lying down. And I promise you, you would not want to see what happens to your profits, to your economy. You do not want to see what would happen once African people truly sees your disgusting way of doing business, of trying to help the African people. So, with all due respect, shut the fuck up. Anyways, it's your boy Aries. Simply wanted to add on to the discussions about pretty much like everything that's been happening in Africa, in my country, Burkina Faso, and just wanted to give you my own take on how I feel about this, because somebody has to. Well, if you like this type of content, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will be back with more videos. All right, you have a wonderful day.